In this video, I am going to use the chain rule for derivatives to find the derivative of this function. Y is equal to 1 over square root of x squared plus x. The way I am going to do it is by expressing y as a composition of two functions. So I could rewrite this function as y is equal to x squared plus x raised to the power negative 1/2. I could do that. As you probably know, this is the same as 1 over x squared plus x raised to the power 1/2, which is the same as this. So let's go ahead and define a function g of x, which is going to be x squared plus x, and my f of x is going to be just raise the power of x to the power negative 1/2. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to apply this function composition to find the y, which is this function. So f composed with g of x, which is by the way going to be my y, you'll see shortly, is going to be f of g of x. Now f of what is g of x? G of x is x squared plus x squared plus x. And then that is going to be nothing but x squared plus x raised to the power negative 1/2. Now what I have done here is this. I have defined two functions. G of x is this, x squared plus x, and f of x is x to the power negative 1/2. F composed with g of x is f of g of x. Now g of x is just x squared plus x. Now what f does to its input, it takes the input x and raises it to the power of negative 1/2. And here the input happens to be x squared plus x, and all f is going to do is take that input and raise it to the power negative 1/2. Now let me remind you the derivative rule for composition of functions. So if you have two functions composed with each other, f of f composed with g of x, the derivative of it is going to be f prime of g of x times g prime of x. Now all we need to do is find these two derivatives. Find this one and find this one. Finding the derivative for x squared plus x, or finding the derivative of g of x, is very easy. Using the power rule you can do it. Derivative of x squared is 2 times x plus derivative of x is 1. So that's very simple. Now finding the derivative of this, which is finding the derivative of this guy, right, with respect to x squared plus x. So is going to be f prime of g of x. Okay, so that is going to be taking the derivative of this whole function, but not with respect to x, but with respect to x squared plus x. So if I call it u, is going to be kind of like finding f of u, derivative of it. Okay, so you are finding df over du, the derivative of f with respect to u. So if I do that, what's going to be, let's say my g of x is just u, right? So it's going to be u to the power negative 1/2. That was right here. So I have to put negative 1 over 2 times u to the power negative 1 over 2 minus 1. I'm using the power rule. So that's going to give me negative 1/2 times u to the power negative 3/2, or negative 3 over 2. Negative 1/2 minus 1 is negative 3 over 2. But my u is actually x squared plus x, so it's going to be just 1/2 times x squared plus x raised to the power negative 3 over 2. So now I have f prime of g of x, g prime of x. So my answer is going to be nothing but this. Just multiply it out. Negative 1/2. So this is this. 1/2 times x squared plus x raised to the power negative 3 over 2 times the derivative of g, which is g prime of x, is going to be 2x plus 1. And that's what the answer should be. I hope that this discussion was helpful. Thank you very much.